You know that moment when someone asks what you're passionate about and your mind goes completely blank? Not because you don't have passions, but because you have 30 of them screaming at once like toddlers in a supermarket. Yesterday, you were deep into urban gardening. Today, you're teaching yourself motion graphics. Next week, maybe pottery, maybe machine learning, maybe underwater basket weaving. Don't judge me, it's a legitimate art form. And every time you pivot, there's this voice. Here we go again, another thing you won't finish. When are you going to grow up and just pick something? That voice isn't yours, it's society's, and it's been lying to you your entire life. For the last century, we've been told specialize, go a mile deep in one narrow field. But here's what they don't tell you. Jack of all trades, master of none? That's not even the full quote. The original goes, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Funny how we dropped that second part. We've been living in a kind learning environment, predictable, stable. The specialist thrived. But that world died somewhere between Blockbuster closing and your phone becoming smarter than your laptop. We're now in a wicked learning environment. Rules change constantly. Industries merge overnight. The specialist becomes obsolete with nowhere to pivot. It's like being the world's best VCR repair technician in 2025. Congratulations, you've mastered irrelevance. Meanwhile, your brain has been preparing for this moment your entire life. Psychologists have names for people like you. Scanners, multi-potentialites. Yes, it's a mouthful. No, autocorrect won't help. These aren't character flaws. You're not meant to be I-shaped like a specialist with one deep pillar. You're meant to be M-shaped, multiple pillars of genuine depth connected by bridges of curiosity. When you move between disciplines, you're training your brain in far transfer. You take concepts from one field and apply them to another. The person who understands tree root systems might revolutionize database architecture. The musician who gets harmony might spot structural problems in code that pure engineers miss. That's innovation, and it's what AI can't do. ChatGPT can write a poem about love, but it's never had its heart broken. It can code a dating app, but it's never been ghosted. That gap, that's where you live.
But let's be brutally honest. You can't build all your pillars at once. That's the mistake most scanners make. They try to go deep in 5 areas simultaneously. You know what happens when you try to learn Spanish, master the violin, build a startup, get fit, and become a chess grandmaster all in the same month? You end up on the couch eating cereal for dinner, scrolling Instagram, wondering where your life went wrong. Ask me how I know. The secret is serial mastery. You pick one pillar and commit for 6 to 18 months. Build one leg until it's strong. Then you deliberately choose to begin your next pillar. This isn't quitting. This is strategic completion. This is graduation. And here's where the anxiety kicks in. Which pillar first? Lower the stakes. You're not choosing for life. You're choosing for this season. This isn't a marriage. It's a Netflix subscription. You can always cancel and try something else. Pick the one that creates financial stability, or pick the one with the most energy right now. Just pick one, because the indecision itself is more costly than any particular choice.
Here's something from evolutionary biology: redundancy. In nature, redundancy is strength. Elephants rarely get cancer because they have multiple copies of tumor-suppressing genes. Basically, nature's way of saying, always have a backup plan. Your multiple skill sets are your redundancy. If you're just a specialist and AI disrupts your field, you're vulnerable. But if you have multiple deep skills, you're unbreakable. The World Economic Forum's 2025 report confirms this. 39% of workers' core skills will fundamentally change by 2030. The skills rising fastest? Creative thinking, flexibility, synthesis across domains.
The future belongs to M-shaped minds.
Your day job doesn't have to be your identity. Many great minds throughout history had stable jobs that left their minds free to wander, jobs that paid the bills while their real work happened in the margins. Your job is stability. Your other interests, they're the other legs of your M. And you need a capture system. When you get obsessed with something, take notes.
put them in Notion or Obsidian, because I'll remember it isn't a system. That's like saying I'll start my diet on Monday while eating cookies.
Companies aren't asking, what's your specialty anymore? They're asking, what unique combination of skills do you bring? They're hiring people who can bridge gaps that algorithms can't touch. 170 million new jobs will be created by 2030, not for people who can only do what they did yesterday, for people who can learn rapidly, adapt constantly, and synthesize broadly. That's you.
If you've spent your whole life feeling wrong because you couldn't pick one lane, hear this. You were never meant to. Your brain isn't scattered, it's scanning, building a library of frameworks that will let you create innovations specialists can't imagine. The shame you carry isn't yours. It's from an era that's over. You're not failing at being a specialist. You're succeeding at being something far more valuable, a bridge builder, a synthesizer. So stop apologizing. Pick your first pillar. Build it for 6 to 18 months. Choose a day job that doesn't drain you. Capture your ideas and reframe the narrative. You're not unfocused, you're M-shaped. And for the first time in a century, the world desperately needs what your brain does naturally. Welcome to the M-shaped future. You've been training for this your entire life. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe. I've got more deep dives like this coming, so stay tuned.